On this rainy day, 16th of Feb, I declare my desire and my intention to go to the gym a lot more often, which I think I said a few times already, but this time I'm like proper serious, dead serious. I've also downloaded my fitness pal and paying for it to basically tell me how many calories I need to be eating per day to lose weight. And look, this is the point that stresses me out the most. It says it's healthy to lose 500 grams per week. Altogether, my goal is to lose 3 to 4 kilos, you know, to get to the point where I used to be. But based on the fact that I was going to the gym 3-4 times a week before my jaw surgery, doing intense running and exercises and stuff, and me not being able to lose any of the weight at all is just so confusing to me. Now, the only explanation that I have for this is I probably ate more than I consumed, but that again doesn't make any sense because I usually don't eat more than I normally eat. My portions, my rations are usually the same, they don't deviate much. So I'm so pissed off, upset, but also determined to basically see where this calorie count and shit leaves me. I really hate it because I have to put down every single meal I take. It's kind of easy because usually you would just scan the barcode and it'll tell you all of the stuff you need to know, how many calories, how many carbs, how much protein, and all of that is in a meal. So that's quite handy, but just the sheer fact that I have to do it is very annoying to me. But I'm doing it anyway because I'm determined to see how much weight I'll be able to lose in a month's time following this method and going to the gym. Right, in addition to what I said already, this is my second time going to the gym this week. I am currently running 30 minutes each time I go on the fat burning scenario where you go up and down hill. I need to try doing other stuff like ab workouts and stuff again, but I haven't had a chance yet because the gym has been extremely busy. I basically noticed that, well, when I laugh, my skin gets pushed against my teeth a little bit more, if that makes sense. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that when I laugh, I started to get feeling in this front top tooth, and it's actually quite painful, but I guess it's just the nerves waking up. I'm also wearing this band, super strong band, overnight, and I honestly don't understand the logic behind it because I wear the band for 18 hours and then it does do the job of bringing my midline in line to where it needs to be. Then again, the second I take the band off, it moves back. My bottom teeth or jaw, I think it's teeth only, move back. Now, this is another question that I had. Is midline correction focused on just moving the teeth so that the midline aligns, or is it about the jaw, the actual jaw movement? If it's about the jaw movement, it's actually better for me because when I smile, it's like it's not centered. However, if it's about the teeth movement, my face not being centered is not gonna get fixed by that. It's just the teeth will be aligned with the midline, and to be frank with you, I really don't give a shit about that. I only give a shit about the jaw being in the correct position. But nothing was done on my lower jaw, so I can't complain, and I should have brought this subject up to them when the planning was done and stuff, you know, in order to potentially push for a double. But then both my orthodontist and himself were so confident that the upper jaw surgery would be enough that I kind of went ahead with that. And on the other hand, had I pushed for the double jaw surgery and stuff, I would be so paranoid that they would over impact my lower jaw and I would just end up being super straight, just, you know, fucking crazy. So I don't know, I'm hoping that the midline correction would actually make my bottom half of my face a little bit more centered, though it is centered, you know. When I look at myself in the mirror or like on video, it's quite centered. It's only obvious on pictures, you know, but fuck pictures, no one gives a shit about pictures. Next time I have an appointment with my orthodontist, I'm going to ask about that. And if midline correction is only about teeth, I would say to her that I actually don't mind them not being aligned, and I think it may be a problem if they don't align, and in her mind, you know, because obviously orthodontics and stuff is supposed to make everything perfect, but I really don't mind that imperfection. And in fact, if I tell her that, she may say that we could potentially get my braces off sooner, because this is literally the only thing that we're dealing with at the moment. This is the only thing that we are trying to correct. If we get the braces off sooner, that would make me very happy. I'm tired of having braces on. Also, one thing that I didn't share with you is, you know, so there's two front teeth and there's the teeth that are next to the two front teeth. They are angled like this. and there's a little bit of a gap on this end and on this hand. She said that the best case scenario for me at this stage would be to not move them at all, not touch them, because if we touch them, it may take away from the volume that we achieved with the jaw surgery. So she's suggesting that I just do fillings and reshape them so the fillings would make up for the gap. The way I have it here, there's actually a gap between my two front teeth. It was filled up with a filling, you know. It's like a veneer kind of situation, but not really, because it's just a filling making the shape look straight, as if everything is straight and filled up and there's no gaps at all. That's in the making. I'm hoping to get it done by summertime. I think my braces should be coming off by summertime, and I'll then need to move on to getting 2 crowns placed and an implant down the line. So a lot of stuff needs to be done, and I'm so tired of this. There's so much money going into this. It's absolutely crazy. If I was to relive my life again, I would pay so much more attention to my teeth, because honestly, it costs a fortune. Teeth fixing, aligning, making them pretty costs a ton, and no one has that kind of money. I have really exciting news, you guys. I've been going to the gym every day this week, running for 30-minute fat burn program, which basically starts on a lower intensity and then goes up and down and up and down and all of that. And for the first time since I've started going to the gym earlier this year, well last year actually, in August, I dropped the weight down to the point where it hasn't been that low. Basically it's 56.25 and I'm just so happy. It feels like things are working. My goal at the moment with the gym is to burn the fat and to get results, because I'm really upset about the fact that, you know, I've done all of that gym work. Before my op, I was running for 15 to 20 minutes and I was doing 15 to 30 minute ab workouts, but I don't think ab workouts contributed to the weight loss as much. And now with my efforts, I'm focusing them on primarily doing a lot of cardio, 30-minute cardio every day, to lose that fat and to gain results and to just achieve something with this gym. You know, I need a win. Sometimes all you need is a win, and I really need a win, and I think I got my first ever win today, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm so happy. I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing, and then at some point when I get to the point where I'm comfortable with the weight I have, I can start working on ab workouts or like other things. But so far I'm just so glad that my weight dropped. By the way, it's so windy right now. The fans between us and our neighbors fell on the floor. I got into an absolute groove of going to the gym on a daily basis for a 30-minute run. It feels so good. Before, for about a month after my ankle healed up and stuff, I was trying to force myself to go gym and I was just not feeling it, not in the mood at all to be going anywhere. I'm forcing myself to run or do exercises, and now that I'm doing it daily, and I think it's day 5 or 6 of me doing it every time, 30 minutes running, it feels good. It feels like I have a structure that I'm sticking to, and it feels very good. I'm also counting calories and stuff, and though I thought it would be very annoying, it actually is very interesting to see the differences in various calories and nutrient breakdowns across various food types. So it allows me to control what I eat and how much I eat. My food intake hasn't changed at all. I'm literally eating everything that I was eating before, but now I'm more aware of the calorie side of things, and it keeps me in check on a daily basis. And I don't know, I feel like I have a little bit more control over what's happening. The only problem that I do have is on my left leg. The back of my knee hurts a lot, constantly, chronically. I think it's been 2 weeks, and at first it was excruciating pain, and now it's more on the lower end, but it hurts so much. And then when I actually start running, it hurts way more. So I looked into this, and there's so many things that could have gone wrong. I'm doing a heat pack to make it a little bit better, and I am doing other things to try and alleviate the pain, but it's just not going away. So I may need to see someone about that. The muscle under my knee is just killing me. It's so painful. I'm gonna go to the pharmacy though. They'll tell me, probably don't tell me much, but I'll ask them about it and then probably see a doctor about it and so forth. Honestly, since I got my lenses, I only wore them 3 times, I think, and it's almost been a month or maybe less than that. But I think the primary reason why I'm not wearing them as often as I thought I would be, I actually thought I would be wearing them daily, and it's not the case. So I think the primary reason for that is that my eyes are just extremely sensitive to light, and me not wearing the glasses that have the tinted glasses makes it virtually impossible to work, to look at the computer screens, to sit here in my office, you know, going outside as well. It's a little bit different than I thought, and it actually helped me realize that I don't need to get monthly lenses. I'll be asking to get daily lenses next time I see. Actually, I'm supposed to be seeing my optometrist soon, I think next week, and I'll tell her that. But since my appointment with her is coming up soon, I'm actually gonna put them on now before going to the gym, so that for the first time in ages I was able to see a little bit clearer in the gym. I think it'd make a big difference, because every time I go I obviously don't wear glasses because I just don't want to wear glasses when I'm exercising. I'm glad I came to this realization that it's actually possibly not the best case scenario for me. What I'm also realizing is that my light sensitivity thing is just not going away. It's a thing, it's like a chronic thing, it's a continuous thing, and maybe I need to make extra steps and extra precautions into, first off, identify what could be the reason for that. I've never seen anyone having this issue. It's new, it's entirely new to me, and it's frightening. I was expecting it to go away, but it's not going away, so it's a big thing. And now that I'm about to put my lenses off, I have a cat and all of the furs here, and I really need to go. By the way, Mia has a big lump on her belly from her operation, and we're seeing the doctor tomorrow so that they do something about it. It's proper big, it's huge, and it's so worrying. We also have some painkillers that we're giving her on a daily basis, so hopefully that helps. But she's not acting any different. She's just being herself, her normal self. She's eating well, drinking well, all of that stuff, playing well, but the lump is big. We're really worried about that. As my joint pain isn't going away, in fact it's getting worse and worse, and it virtually is excruciating. I don't know what it is, it's just a muscle under my knee, it can be anything. But I did go to the pharmacy and they told me that I should try Voltarol twice a day, so it's like medicated cream for pain relief, so I'm gonna try that as opposed to using the heat pads and the heat stuff that I have at home. I really hope it will help my, I can't even walk, and but obviously with my running scheme that I have going at the moment, it's not helping. It hurts like hell when I run, and when I walk it's just like never ending. Wanted to close out today's vlog saying that Voltarol helped. I literally put it on my muscle bit under my knee and it just stopped. The pain went away almost immediately, and I'd say 90% of the pain is gone. I'm so glad I went to the pharmacy, because I do have a tendency of trying to find the method of solving an issue myself, as opposed to asking a pharmacist or any other person who clearly knows more about the subject, you know. So I'm trying to identify the issue and the treatment plan. I've got this heat pad that obviously is handy in many situations, but it just didn't solve the issue. I also have deep heat patches and Tiger Balm, and I thought those things worked and those things would help, but no, they didn't. And then one little fucking thing just did the job so well. I'm going to put it on my ankle because it's still hurting from the ice skating accident that I had. I'm going to be putting it under my knee and on my ankle and see how things progress from there. But I do believe that this thing will work. It's already helping. I'm already feeling the benefits of using this cream. Once again, it's called Voltarol. I got it at Sainsbury's pharmacy, and there's loads of Voltarol things you could get. I mean, there's various, there's a few products. There's this ointment. I'm going to show you which one they recommended me specifically, because there's other versions of it, and this is the one that helps me. So if you are experiencing any muscle, joint pain or anything, I would recommend that. And one more thing I wanted to say is, you know, at the beginning when I downloaded the Fitness Pal app earlier this week, I was complaining a bit. I was not a believer in calorie counting. I thought it would be a huge burden, and it would be, overall I felt that I shouldn't be doing it because I never did it, and I had a very strong negative mindset about it. But it's been 6 days and it's amazing, you guys. So the reason why I think it's amazing is it basically gives you a really good breakdown of what's required. I do know that it's not quite clear, but the goal is 1,200 calories, and then my daily food intake was 1,094 or something. I can't see through the camera. The exercise was 500, and then it gives me the amount of calories remaining that I can consume, and it kind of keeps me in check, and it's so visible and so good with how much I'm burning, how much I'm eating, how much I have extra to spare, so I don't feel guilty having a little bit more food than I would normally have, or I don't feel guilty going for this extra piece of like a sweet thing, or you know, sugary coffee or anything like that. Another thing that I find extremely useful is that you can easily scan a barcode and take a picture of a meal if it's like an apple, or you know, when it's visible very clearly what the meal is. Anyway, you scan a barcode and then it has the database for virtually, it feels everything. Every single meal that I've had so far, it would find that meal through a barcode so fast, and it would be very easy for me to put down the amount of grams or portions that I've had of that food. Another good thing that I found is that it would give you, it would give me a nutrient breakdown. I'm not sure if you can see: protein, carbohydrates, fiber, sugar, fat. For example, protein wise, my goal apparently is 88. I need to be consuming 88 protein, and I've had 34 grams so far, so I have 54 grams of protein to eat today, and then 56 grams of carbs, 14 more grams of fiber, and now I've already exceeded by a lot my sugar intake, obviously, with my coffees and stuff. So it gives you an overview of the nutrients and the calories, which foods of that I've eaten today are highest in calories, or like in fats and carbs. It's just so freaking good. I didn't expect to be enjoying this app so much, and you can connect it to Fitbit and stuff, but my watch isn't Fitbit, so I basically manually input the amount of calories I burn through activity on a daily basis, and I definitely feel like I am much more in control of what's happening. I have a clearer view of what my activity levels are, and they've definitely risen by a lot. I'm just so proud of myself for sticking in with this thing that I told myself I need to be doing, going to the gym daily, sticking to the routine that I've outlined for myself and chose for myself to lose that extra weight that I've gained over the last couple of years. I'm proud that I'm doing this calorie count. It's so easy. You just scan a barcode, and like I only have 3 meals a day. So it's not like I eat throughout the day and I have to continuously be scanning things. No, it's like it's much easier than I thought it would be. So I'm very happy about that, and that feeling of control leaves me feeling more relaxed about my day-to-day. Like before, even last week, I felt guilty all of the time for eating food and just not doing anything about my weight, and I just had that tremendous amount of guilt that I was carrying non-stop. And now that feeling of guilt got replaced by a feeling of accomplishment, a feeling of goals being achieved, and I'm feeling so much better and motivated, and I'm so much happier, and I'm feeling like I'm doing things that are good for my health, for my general health, and for my mental health. So I'm in a much better state than I was before, and I'm definitely proud of myself, and I hope that I will have the strength to continue going to the gym daily and just sticking with the routine and just doing things that are good for me, the way I've done the last 6 days.